Let's try that again. We are live. This is the Haiti Biz News Show, Monday to Friday, bringing you news that's going to keep you informed, engaged, and reacting in the most optimal way for your business investment and entrepreneurial activity. Today is the 2nd of September. Let's talk about it. Now we're gonna talk about. A few different news items. Test. All right, okay. So pour moun qui a tourné sous radio aujourd'hui a yo tande un blanc parler sous station, c'est pas vrai, c'est un haïtien. Si moun pas nous, citoyen pas nous qui a parlé là. Mais une mission ça, c'est une mission qui a fait dans anglais parce que nous avons une mission pour nous informer frères et sœurs nous qui dans la diaspora qui voulaient faire activité dans le pays, qui voulaient faire au niveau des cadres d'investissement et actions dans le pays. Yo mais yo pas yo margin pour yo recevoir nouvelle là non format qui yo habitué fin joindre yo habitué vinn comprendre là parce que même là yo appel nan nous là-bas ka comprendre créole même cadre li au niveau de okaï que si yo ka recevoir information en langue que yo a fonctionner là-bas et en plus tout on pense que des gars appel nan nous qui ici qui ka et ça va vraiment déranger nous qui émission en anglais parce qu'il y a pile de nous qui ici là nous comprendre anglais nous parler anglais et en plus nous au niveau de pratique tout mais ma problème chaque fois nous sous mission pour une explication comme ça parce que je pense que chaque fois nous sous AR nous avons un nouveau style de monde qui a écouter nous. And okay, so that's a disclaimer. I'm continuing in English. So again, this is Seejeanty. This is our first day on the radio. We had a few bugs, a few issues that we had to overcome here, but we overcame it. And we're just gonna jump into the news, right? Because for folks who don't know what we're doing here, what we're doing here is trying to inform folks, give folks real topical information that they can use, so that they can act on, so that they can perform what they're trying to do. May it be something entrepreneurial, may it be something more educational based, and to some extent even charity based, because it's Haiti's problems are something that is multi-front. It's something that it takes many hands. It's a very large elephant, but I feel like there isn't enough hands on the entrepreneurial side of the animal, right? There's too many hands on the charity side, too many hands on the NGO side, but there's just not enough folks who are coming in, and we know why too. By the way, we know why. It's not easy. It takes 3 months and $3,000 to get a corporation, whereas in America it takes 15 minutes and $100, right? So we understand. Right, we understand the difficulty. We know why, and it's not made easy, and by the people in power for investment to happen. Even though they should know that the only way a country can ever change is by business, is by entrepreneurship. I mean, the easiest thing in the world should be to start a business. I mean, it should be as easy as buying a Diet Coke, right? Go in, put some money down, and walk out. I mean, that's how quick and easy it should be. But it's not like that in Haiti yet, and we hope someday soon we will get that level of ease, right? But times are ticking. We have a hard 30 minutes here on the radio program, and so it's on us to get that information out to you as quickly as we can. And of course, there's a few other things that I'm used to doing that we're going to try to do tomorrow, which is, for example, the best way to communicate with me is going to be on Facebook chat and YouTube chat on the live stream. I can't quite see that right now, so the folks who may be on, who may be trying to interact with me per usual, won't be able to. But again, we'll figure that out tomorrow. I can promise and assure you that we'll get that all done and sorted. So we have a couple of news stories, right? So here's the way it works here at Haiti Biz News Show. We present the news stories, and then we provide a little commentary on what that means to you, the entrepreneur, you, the person trying to do something, and then we move on to the next story, right? And we do the same, rinse and repeat. And then usually during the stream, I read comments, I interact with folks, and of course, I appreciate those comments. Those comments are important because at the end of the day, this is your show. This is the show of the people. Right, and that interaction tells me that I am answering exactly what you're thinking about. Right, and that's the cool thing about this day and age. You know, it's not just a one-sided, one guy listening, one guy talking sort of deal. Or it's one guy talking, many listening. It's a one guy talking and listening to the many. Right. So the first story, gasoline. Right, we have an issue right now with gas in the country. It's for many reasons, and we've talked about this at the Haiti Biz News Show before. We've talked about it in the past. What has happened is that the government owes the oil distributors here in the country a lot of money. Right, they've recently paid, I think, about 30% of the debt that was owed to them. About 2 weeks ago, but still, 70% of what is owed to oil distributors here in the country hasn't happened yet. A little bit of context again. Back in the day, Venezuela was giving us gas. The gas was going through Biampad and then provided to the distributors. Since Venezuela has stopped, that oil now has to be bought from the market. Biampad was actually the one doing it, but they weren't able to sustain it because of the devaluating good, right? And gave it to the oil distributors to go ahead and be able to purchase directly to the market. But here's the problem. The problem is that they're still having to sell at a very low subsidized rate. So the government is supposed to step in and provide the money to the oil distributors to make up the difference. The thing, though, is the government hasn't paid up. Surprise, surprise. I'm looking at a soundboard here. If I had a way to make a womp, womp, womp sound, believe me, I would be pressing that button right now. But baby, that ability is here, but I can't find it, right? And so that's where we're at right now with the oil distributors here in the country, the gas distributors, having cash flow issues, unable to purchase more and keep up with demand because the difference, they're basically selling at a loss right now. And the government isn't paying them what's the difference is, so they can have the money they need to operate, right? And that's kind of where we're at right now. And so what a lot of people are doing is we're not just a single island. We have a Dominican Republic next door. And what a lot of smugglers are doing, they're going into Dominican Republic and purchasing that gas from legal and illegal means, and then crossing over to the Haitian side and selling it at a significant black market markup, right? Makes sense, right? Where there's a demand, there will be people to step in to fill that demand. So the Dominican Republic Frontier Police, called CESFRONT, right? They're I guess you can say, the Border Patrol. CESFRONT is the Border Patrol of the Dominican Republic, down at the Massacre River, Jabon and Watamet. They went ahead and caught a group of smugglers with over 95 gallons of gasoline and 50 gallons of diesel. Let me say that again. 95 gallons of gasoline and 50 gallons of diesel, right? They found them in, they're called jerry cans, right? The little containers that hold the gasoline, that hold the diesel. And, I mean, great, right? And we've had stories that I've seen where the Dominican Republic side, the border side, have been doing some major captures of smuggling activities, right? Major operations have been done and been found on that side. But I've yet to hear that same story on the Haitian side of a Haitian border patrol finding and capturing smugglers on the Haitian side. But it is what it is. I mean, that's the news story right there. And the reaction, the commentary, the business analysis, the business concept here is that I don't fault these smugglers. Now, it's wrong. Now, it's in most cases, the smuggling activity hurts tremendously the Haitian economy because when you have these goods come in, and if we're talking about products such as food products, agricultural products, if we're talking about products such as even as simple as cereal, even simple as hot sauce, right? They are soap. They're in direct competition with products made in Haiti. That's a problem, right? Because these products coming in cheaper. They're being sold. They're undercutting. They're taking the supply of this. They're taking the demand away from the local suppliers. It's a problem. Now, when it's an issue like this with gasoline, right? When smugglers trying to come in to make a quick buck off that, listen, I can understand. Still wrong. It's still wrong, but I can understand, right? Nothing breeds profitability than a crisis, right? So the business concept here really is, right now, one of the few businesses I see being built consistently in the country is gas stations. I mean, left and right. I mean, that's the quickest. Everything else takes a long time to be built. 2 years, 3 years, you see them coming in steps, you see it uncolored, and then one day, finally, you see it open up. But gas stations, boy, within a week, you turn your head and you have a new gas station in a different corner. So that's a business that makes a lot of money. Now, how easy it is to actually get into, that's another question. That's another bigger topic for another day when I have more time, right? But certainly when it comes to something that seems to make money on the outside, gas stations are it, right? So that's the news story. Another news story I want to talk about today is Delmas. Delmas really with the mayor Wilson Judy running things over there. There's some new bout of construction going on from Airport Road to Delmas 31. They're expanding that road, right? And some demolitions has been occurring, and but overall, folks are well receiving the road expansion and the asphalting of the road. This is the Rue Jean-Jouy, Rue Jean-Jouy, and right, just another day in Delmas where you actually have a administration that's doing work. I mean, I'm just gonna say it, right? That Petionville, as much as it's talked about, right? As the place to go and hang out, I can tell you, I haven't really seen much public works being done. I can't tell you, how many new roads have been asphalted. I mean, there's plenty. Again, tell me there isn't. There's plenty of roads that you could use some asphalting in the PV area. I can't tell you I've seen too many done. In terms of cleanliness, everyone agrees Delmas is the cleanest commune. PV has many spots that still, like just driving here to the radio station, many spots that certainly could besoin passer mais, as they say, right? So hats off to Wilson Judy out there and Delmas doing his thing, and showing that the excuses that other folks make about running a commune, running a city in the country, that's just excuses. He's doing a lot with little, and I can tell you, there's a lot of people living in Delmas that gladly are paying their property tax, right? Their property tax rates in Delmas have increased considerably, and that's really because a lot of folks say, as the expression, I'm going to put l'argent pour aller. All right, I don't mind. And a lot of people say that, right? I wouldn't mind paying my property tax if I saw what was being done with the money, right? And Mr. Judy out there in Delmas, he's made a track record of saying, listen, you pay your property tax. We're gonna give you roads. You give your property tax. We're gonna work with DENEPA to see if we can put pipes underground and get you water coming out your pipes. You give me your property tax. We'll get trash pickup happening in your area, right? So hats off to Wilson Judy. The business concept here is just, if you get in office, do your job. Don't depend on excuses. But secondly, too, Delmas is a great place to invest. To be quite honest with you, it's a place that at least while Judy's in office, he's someone that that your investment isn't going to go to waste, and maybe an office, maybe something real estate. Delmas is a place to put that money, right? Because you have a functioning city hall. Okay, so that's that second news story. The final news story I want to talk about today is football. Now we know September 10, Haiti is playing Curacao, right? On September 10, and the game is going to be at the Stadium Cator in downtown Port-au-Prince, right? And there's some activity, some news now. Let me just report the news before I get my commentary on it. So $283,000 has been provided towards artificial turf, right? Has been provided for artificial turf at the stadium. Okay? I'm going to say that again, $283,000 artificial turf. And there's been other improvements promised by the administrators of the competition here in Haiti. They've promised that they're going to fix some issues with the changing rooms. They're going to be sanitary blocks. And they're going to be drainage issues that are going to be resolved right before the 9-10 game. All right, and yeah, that's the story. And bear in mind, just to recap, back in 2012, we reported this Haiti Biz News on Haiti Biz News Show early in April, that there was a lot of work done back in 2012, 2013, in the tunes of around $2 million. If you remember, there was another batch of artificial turf in place for $700,000, branch offices for the Federation of Football de Haiti for $300,000. There was a lighting, which was a really big improvement, for $700,000, and then there was things like painting of bleachers, of a lot of small, the referee locker, a bunch of other little stuff, and that was for $100,000. Of course, that part was funded by Digicel. So, running a stadium isn't cheap. We know this. We should know this. If you're in America and you see the price tags of some of the stadiums that are built there in the billions, so we get the expenditures. But still, I question. So the stadium has, in my opinion, two issues that are a concern. The first, the area that it's at has been a tétchage area for a little bit. There's been some issues going on there. So which is, as much as I would like to go and participate in the game, I'm not going to, to be honest with you. There's just a little too much stuff going on recently in that area in terms of security, right? The second is the fact that, it's just the stadium isn't that comfortable, right? It's not that comfortable. From what one time I did go there, I saw wasn't too comfortable vis-a-vis where these other players are playing, these other national teams are playing, right? I certainly look forward to the day when we do have a stadium that we can really rest our hats on. What's there, the stadium right now, it's cute, right? And one of the things that we really need a set of entrepreneurs to do in Haiti, and this is the business concept here, is really see what they can do about getting a genuine football league here, right? A genuine football league. We do have teams that play here, I give a few, like AS Mia Ballet is one that just comes off the mind really quick. Don Bosco is another. there's some teams here, but the teams are just teams, and they play against other teams, but there isn't a league structure, right, in place to help promote, to help do activities, right, to help leverage the economies of scale, reduce operational costs, right. There's a lot of things that a league could do if we had one, and that's a topic we're going to engage another day, but there's still a lot of opportunity in that perspective for the right entrepreneur who can come in and put some order and put some opportunity and make it make sense to the teams that are already here, pitch the value proposition of actually making a league, right, and the positive aspects that could come from it, right. So I think that's where we're going to end it. Today was our very first episode. I appreciate the folks who came in. If there was any technical difficulties, we do apologize for anything that potentially, and also we were a little late. We're going to try to be on point exactly at 6:30 going forward. There were some technical difficulties we're trying to overcome and get through, but still, we're here. The news was reported, and I do hope the information provided to you guys today. First off, I don't think you're going to hear anything what we gave anywhere else, because what's constitutes Haitian media is basically politics and comedy and some music. One day we hope to be the Haitian Bloomberg, right, providing you real information that you can use on a daily basis. And but again, we're glad you're here. We're here every morning from 6:30 to 7. Right, from 6:30 to 7, we're on Facebook. What you want to do is you want to go to Seejeanty, right, and you want to give a follow on Seejeanty, Seejeanty on YouTube, on Facebook. Follow us there, or just or if you're in Haiti, just tune in the radio. Just tune in the radio, right? So listen, that's where we're gonna end it. The catchphrase here for those who don't know it. Listen, until we're back at it again, we'll be back at it again.